يا مصر بتعمليها ازاي؟ That's how Egypt made it, achieving their first World Cup win and rewriting history with passing the group stages for the first time in their history of participating in the World Cup finals. Don't know how this event is so special for the Egyptians. We need to look on Egypt's history in the World Cup. So let's go! Starting with Egypt's first World Cup to participate in. That was World Cup 1934 in Italy. That was the first World Cup that an Arabian and an African country joined. And that country was Egypt. In that World Cup, there wasn't any group stages. There was just knockout stages, where Egypt played against Hungary and lost 4-2. And the Egyptian player Abdulrahman Fawzi scored Egypt's 2 goals, becoming the first Arabian and African player to score in the World Cup finals. After more than half a century, Egypt has qualified again to World Cup finals in 1990. And the beautiful paradox was that this World Cup was in Italy too. After 56 years, Egypt was again in the World Cup. In group stages, Egypt was in a hard group, played the first match against Netherlands. That ended 1-1 with Fem Kift's goal and Magdi Abdelghani famous penalty in the minute 81. The next match was against Ireland, and it ended level. The last match was against England, and it ended 1-0 to England by Mark Wright's goal. In this generation, there was a lot of famous names like the coach Mohamed El Gohari and the Egyptian national team current coach Hussam Hassan. Now we go to Russia and World Cup 2018. After more than 28 years of absence of the national Egyptian team from World Cup finals. In 2018 World Cup qualification, it was one of the most dramatic qualifications in Egypt's history, with a good squad having Liverpool superstar Mo Salah and a bunch of great players like Mahmoud Trezeguet and Abdullah Sane. Egypt qualified as it topped its group in CAF Group E during the third round of the African qualifiers. They secured their spot by a dramatic 2-1 victory against Congo on the 8th of October 2017, when Mo Salah scored the time stoppage penalty after Congo's draw to steal the historic qualification.
يا صلاح، محمد صلاح، محمد صلاح، وهوبا! الله! الله! الله يا بلادنا، الله! الله يا بلادنا، الله! الله يا بلادنا، الله! الله يا بلادنا، الله! الله أكبر! الله أكبر! الله أكبر! الله أكبر! الحمد لله.
In 2018 World Cup finals, Egypt was kinda in a good group, with Uruguay and Russia and Saudi Arabia. But Egypt made a disappointing results, with losing the 3 consecutive matches, against Uruguay with 1-0, and against Russia with 3-1, and 2-1 against Saudi Arabia, where Mo Salah scored Egypt's 2 goals in the tournament, one against Russia and one against Saudi Arabia. Egypt left Russia without even a single point. Now we go to the United States and World Cup 2026. In 2026, Egypt was leading its group in the African qualifications and securing the direct qualification to the World Cup finals in America, where Egypt was in a group maybe the easiest path for Egypt in its history to rewrite its history in World Cup. In the first match, Egypt had made a great match against FIFA's 8th ranked team on the world, Belgium, when Egypt scored its first goal by a rocket shot from Imam Ashur and Belgium came back by an own goal from Mohab, the Egyptian right back. And the match ended draw, but Egypt's football seemed to have a great change from defensive football to attacking and defending. Hussam Hassan, the Egyptian coach, had made his debut in the next match against New Zealand, with New Zealand scoring the first goal after 15 minutes by Serman, but Egypt refused to lose and leave the tournament, and scored a try with Zico after 58 minutes and Salah after 67 minutes and Trezeguet after 82 minutes. rewriting Egypt's history in the World Cup and achieving the Pharaoh's first win in the World Cup history, making Hossam Hassan the first Egyptian coach to win a match in the World Cup. Finally, Egypt win in the World Cup with 5 losses and 4 draws and 1 win. In all, Egypt participates in the World Cup history with a generation of very good players. Even if they haven't won the African Cup of Nations, which Egypt dominates over the whole Africa. With 7 titles, last of them was in 2010. But after Egypt's draw 1-1 against Iran, this generation became the first to pass the group stages and qualify to the knockout stages, writing a new history and putting Egypt with the biggest teams in the world, in the biggest football occasion all over the world. In the end, do you think Egypt could win against Australia in the coming round? And if you like the content, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.